Saul died, and his 3 sons, and his armor-bearer, and all his men, that same day together. 1 Samuel 31, verse 6. This was a tragic end to what might have been a great career. Saul was a man of ability, personality, strength, and leadership. He was anointed by God as leader of his people. He had a dedicated prophet to give him counsel and a loyal people to give him support. No one ever had a greater opportunity to lead a useful life than he did. But Saul was not sensitive to the guidance of God. When he was specifically instructed to follow a certain course of action, he followed his own judgment in place of God's directions. Saul also allowed himself to become obsessed with jealousy, and he wasted his own energies and the resources of his kingdom trying to take the life of David, who had done him no wrong. Finally, in desperation, Saul sought counsel from a witch and was told that tomorrow would be his last day of his troubled life. Saul's life reminds us of the story of a driver who saw a large sign in the highway that said, "Road under construction, detour." The road looked passable to him as far as he can tell, so he disregarded the sign and kept moving forward. For miles he traveled at high speeds, congratulating himself that he did not have to detour. Then he saw another sign that said, "Travel the road at your own risk." But he continued on, though more slowly. But the road became worse and worse. And finally, after the sun set, the road ended in a gravel pit. Looking about him in despair, the motorist saw another signboard among the rocks. Climbing out of his car and lighting a match, he read the final, infuriating message saying, "Now don't you wish you had detoured?" Saul doubtless spent the last troubled night of his life wishing he had followed the signs, but it was too late. He could not neither back up or turn around. The next day found him a pitiful figure impaled on his own sword. The commandments of God are signboards along life's highway, warning of dangers and detours. Those who repudiate them, as Saul did, can't escape the consequences. These commandments of God are not intended to condemn, but rather to protect. Will you heed the signs? And as always, think on these things.